Shaina and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I achieved this super smoky, bronzy, glam look. I've been wanting to do a look like this ever since I went to Mario's masterclass in New York City, which was such an amazing experience and so inspiring. So this look is totally inspired by the look he did there. So if you want to see how I did this, just keep on watching. So I'm going to start just by prepping my skin with this Tatcha, this silk cream. It's just a pretty lightweight moisturizer. I find that when I use this under my makeup, it just makes my makeup go on super smooth and it looks really nice and healthy. So I really like this. It is very pricey. I actually received this in the gift bag from the Makeup by Mario masterclass, so that's why I have it. I would never purchase any moisturizer over $100. But I mean, if you have the money, why not, right? It just soaks into my skin really nicely and it doesn't leave any kind of residue behind. Okay, I just went ahead and did my brows off camera. If you do want to see how I do my brows, I do have a video on how I do them in depth 2 different ways, so if you want to watch that, go ahead. But for right now, I'm just going to jump right into foundation. So I'm actually going to give my skin a little extra moisture just because it's feeling extra dry today. I'm just going to take this Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. So I'm just going to be taking my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. Something I've been doing recently that I actually really like is first going in with a brush and then going on top of it with a beauty blender. I feel like it just makes my foundation look really nice and really works it into my skin. So I'm just taking this is a Sarah Artistry brush. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's just like a round top blending buffing brush. And I'm just taking my foundation on this brush and I'm going to start patting it onto my skin. Okay, so now that I have that first layer of foundation on my skin with the brush, I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender here and go in again. And you want to make sure that your beauty blender is nice and coated in foundation because you don't want it to lift any. Alright, now I'm going to start concealing and highlighting with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Custard. And I'm just blending that out with the pointed side of that same beauty blender. And I'm just going to take that same concealer over my eyelids as well and kind of use it as a primer. Honestly, I have not used an eyeshadow primer in so long. I always just use concealer and powder and it works great. Okay, now I'm just going to start to set some parts of my face. I'm just going to use the RCMA No Color Powder. This is my favorite setting powder of all time. And I'm actually going to start by taking it on that same beauty blender. I feel like using a damp beauty blender to set your face with powder just makes it melt into your skin a lot better instead of the powder sitting on top. And I'm not taking too much powder with this. I don't really want to bake. I'm just setting where I want to set, kind of pushing it into the skin, and I'm going to brush away the excess immediately after. So now I'm just taking this little fluffy brush here with just a tiny bit of powder on it and I'm going to dust away the excess. Alright, now that my face is set, I'm just going to spray the Tatcha spray one more time just to kind of absorb any extra powder that's left on my face. Alright, we're going to move away from the face for a second and go ahead and work on the eyes now. So I want to do something pretty smoky and bronzy. So I'm going to start with the Master Palette by Mario from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, Violetta, which is just like a mid-tone warm brown. And I'm just taking that on my Smith 230 brush, and I'm going to start building that kind of like in a halo shape that is pigmented more than I remembered, and blend that kind of through my crease, like keeping it pretty low at first and also really light. Now I'm going to take this Morphe M441 brush and I'm going to go in with Isabel from the same palette. It's just a very warm, like orangey shade, and I'm just taking this and blending right on top of the previous shade and blending it out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go back one more time with that Smith brush and the Violetta shade and just deepen up the crease a little bit more. And I'm also going to start very lightly packing Violetta on the inner corner. I'm actually going to take this Laura Mercier, what is this called? Caviar Stick Eye Color. This is in the shade Sand Glow. It's just a pretty bronzy, like antique bronze shade. And I'm going to pop that on the center of my lid very lightly. And I'm not really like rubbing it on, I'm kind of tapping it on because I want it to be a pretty thin layer, and I also want to be able to blend it with the tapping motions instead of having to buff it out. Alright, I think I want to add just a little bit more of like an orangey warmth tone to this. So I'm going to take a little bit of a mixture of that Isabel shade I was using before and this Real Gar shade from Modern Renaissance. And I'm just taking another fluffy blending brush and kind of blending that over what I have down. And I'm blending that into that cream shadow as well. At this point, I'm not sure how much darker I want to go with the eyes. So to kind of figure it out, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face and then come back, and it'll kind of give me more of a guide. So to kind of bronze up my face / contour, I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm just going to take this fluffy blush brush. I don't want too sharp of a contour, so I'm just using this bronzer. But the Hoola bronzer has really great like undertones. It kind of works as a bronzer and a contour, and it's not too warm. So this is pretty much what I use all the time. Just take it down my jawline here. Just the excess, I didn't put any new product. And I'm gonna grab a little more and go ahead and do my forehead. Brought 2 blush options over. I'm not sure. Honestly, I might just mix them. So I'm just gonna take this brush here. It's an angled brush, but it's pretty fluffy. This is the Sephora Hot Blush number 13 blush. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, put it right on the apples of my cheeks, bring it back a little bit. And now I'm just gonna take a little bit of this Becca Flower Child blush on the same brush and go right on top. This one I'm actually focusing more on the apples. And I'm just gonna take the little excess that's on my brush and just kind of tap it right there. Nothing too much. I just feel like it kind of ties the face together. All right, I'm gonna spray this Tatcha spray one last time. And now I'm going to highlight. I'm gonna take this Anastasia Sun Dipped Glow Kit. And I'm gonna take this shade right here, Summer. And I'm taking that on my Anastasia 823 brush. And I'm just popping that right on my cheekbones. And I'm not going to take that too far in because I don't want to highlight this situation that I have going on here. Taking that on my Cupid's bow as well. Taking just a tiny bit right on my forehead. Like literally the smallest amount ever. Just super lightly dusting it. It just gives a really pretty like dewy look. Alright, now I'm just going to take this pencil brush here and highlight my nose with it. If you are like me and you have a nice little bump in the middle of your nose, don't highlight it. Go below and on top of it. And then I'm just tapping it with my finger so it's not like a super harsh line. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on my lash line. For the first layer of eyeliner, I'm going to use this ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Mr. Bing. And I'm just gonna smudge that all over my upper lash line. And I took that pretty far up. Now I'm just gonna take this Artist, what is this? Elite Linear 3D brush. I always thought these brushes were super gimmicky. I was never gonna buy them. And then this also came in my Mario Masterclass gift bag, and I used it to blend out eyeliner, and it's actually so good. So this is what I've been using almost every day to smudge out my eyeliner. So I'm just blending out the very top of that brown eyeliner. Pretty smoky, nice and smudged in. You don't want any harsh lines. I'm gonna go in with a second layer of that same liner just to darken it up even more. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some black. I'm just taking this Surat Beauty Smoky Eye Baton, and it's just in black. It has a black eyeliner on one side, and the other side has like this little sponge with like sparkly black eyeshadow in it. I haven't actually used the eyeshadow side, but I really like the eyeliner side. So I'm gonna go ahead and first tightline my waterline here. And I'm really working that into my lashes. I don't want any gaps. And now I'm just gonna run that right on my lash line, not quite as high as I brought the brown before, and really making sure to work it into my lash line. And I'm not really winging it out, but I am making it a little bit thicker as I get to the outside here. Very slightly though, very slight difference. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the edge of that as well with the same artist brush. And I'm gonna take that Smith 230 brush and just the leftover eyeshadow that's on it, because there is a little bit on here, go over the very edges of that, just so it's not too black at the very top. And doing all that layering with the creams and the eyeliners and the powder eyeshadows is really gonna lock everything in and make sure that this is not moving. Okay, now starting on the lower lash line, I'm taking that same Surat black eyeliner, and I'm going to line my waterline, and again, really working it into the lashes. Don't want any gaps. Now I'm just gonna take that same brown ColourPop liner I was using before and go right under that black, under my lash line. Getting as close as possible to my lash line. And I'm just buffing that out again. Okay, I'm just taking this pencil brush with that Violetta brown color I was using before, and I'm just gonna go right on top of this here and smoke it out a little bit. Just to balance that out a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of that black eyeliner on the top lash line. Now I'm just taking a little bit of that Violetta shade and I'm going to bring that down to the lower lash line as well, just to make sure everything is nice and cohesive. Okay, I think I want to add just a little more shimmer on my eyelids. So I'm just going to take this flat brush here. I'm going to take one of these shimmers. I'm going to take a little mix of Muse and Kim from that Mario palette. I'm not wetting it or anything. I'm going to take it dry and just kind of pop it right here on the center. And I'm just going to go back with that pencil brush before, buff it out just a little bit. I just want to keep everything really soft. Right now I'm just going to take this fluffy flat brush. This is a Morphe S21, and I'm going to take that same highlight from the Sun Dipped Glow Kit I was using before, just a very little bit, and lightly dust that on my brow bone, just to give a little bit of a shine. Now I'm just going to take another little like pencil brush again, same highlight, and just pop that on my inner corner. I'm just going to do one last layer of eyeliner. I'm going to take the Tarteist Clay Paint Liner, and I just have that on the brush that comes with the liner. This is actually a really great liner brush, and I'm just going to make a super thin line real close to my lashes. Okay, I'm just going to pop on a quick coat of mascara. I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash, my favorite. Okay, now for lashes, I'm going to take these Les Celine Astera lashes. Also, you should definitely use black lash glue for this and not clear lash glue. I just do not have black lash glue at the moment, so. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and throw on some lipstick. I'm going to start with, of course, MAC Strip Down. This is the wrong pencil! Okay, I accidentally grabbed Boldly Bare, so I'm going to go grab the correct pencil. That's what I'm looking for. Now I'm just going to take the Desi X Katie Dose of Colors lipstick in the shade No Shade. This has been like my favorite nude lipstick since I got it. It's so pretty. Alright, now I'm just going to top it off with a gloss. I'm going to use this Laura Mercier Lip Glacé, and I think the shade is Sparkling. That's all it says in the bottom, Sparkling. Alright, and the very last step, I'm just going to spray some Urban Decay All Nighter. And we're done. I really hope you guys enjoy the finished look. I think it came out so good. I'm so happy with this. I literally feel like Kim Kardashian right now. Like, where's my reality show? Where's my check? If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. It would mean so much to me. I'm so close to 100 subs. I can taste it, you know? Let's get there. Let's do it. If you do want to see more of me and my work, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And until next time, bye!